Hi, I'm Felicity Fletcher. I'm an avid reader, I'm a hopeful author, and I'm a practicing witch and astrologer. And this is my weekly astrology video. If this is your first time finding me, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Thank you for spending some time with me. This video specifically is covering the week of Sunday, February 23rd through Saturday, March 1st. Let's get into the astrology. As always, I like to start with the moon. So on Tuesday the 25th, the moon's going to be moving into Aquarius. Aquarius moon is all about what's new, what's unusual, expect the unexpected. It is a lot about a push towards personal freedom. So we really feel like pushing past that which confines us during an Aquarius moon. This specific Aquarius moon is going to be a good time to start thinking about the future and what that personal freedom looks like for you in the future, and start setting goals on how to get there. How are we getting to that ideal future? Now is the time to be setting goals. And again, Aquarius moon is all about the unusual and the unexpected, so it might not look exactly as you expect. Then on Thursday the 27th, the moon's going to be moving into Pisces. Pisces moon is very dreamy. It's not grounded at all. It's kind of just hanging out in the clouds. It's a time when our intuition is really strong. So whenever the moon is in Pisces, definitely listen to your gut feeling, listen to your intuition. But one thing that's super important whenever the moon is in Pisces is to remember that details are going to be overlooked. If you're doing something that requires you to have the details in place when you're at work or kind of just in your life organizing things, be prepared for details to be overlooked and take the extra time that you need to try not to be the one who overlooks those details. Right after the moon moves into Pisces, it is going to be a new moon. So it is going to be conjunct the sun, and that is happening on Thursday the 27th. When this happens, this new moon in Pisces, we're going to have a increased sensitivity. We're going to be very sensitive. We're going to be very intuitive. It's a very emotional time as well. We are going to be feeling a lot of insecurity. Things just won't feel grounded at all. We will feel like we are floating and we're not quite sure how to get ourselves back down to earth. Some people enjoy this feeling, other people do not. It does depend on your astrology and who you are as a person. I do not like feeling like I'm floating. I like being grounded. Thank you very much. However, during this time, we do have the energy and the motivation to really do some soul searching, to do some spiritual searching of ourselves, make sure we're on the correct spiritual path, make sure that we are in line with our beliefs and we're in line with our values. This is a time where we can find a little bit more magic in our lives. It's going to be another break from routine, but anytime that you have these breaks from routines, because we have been having this quite a bit, whenever we have these breaks from routine, we're pulled out of it, it's building something new. We're finding this magic in our lives and we're breaking from the routine, but we can take this magic and figure out the parts of it that we enjoy, that we like, and create a new routine out of that. So then on Saturday the 1st, the moon is going to be moving out of Pisces. We're getting farther away from that new moon and it's moving into Aries. Aries is the first sign in the astrology. It is always our fresh start. It is the new year, it's the new month, it's the new me, fresh start. Anytime Aries, the moon enters into Aries. This is a good time for physical activity. So if you need to be doing something very physical, moving furniture, trying to get something set up, this is the time to do it. This is also a time that we're going to be more self-assertive. We are going to have a much better idea of our place in the world, where we fit in, and we're going to be more willing to assert ourselves in that position. So if you are having something at work where you're not really feeling like you are a part of the team, or if you're trying to figure out where exactly you fit in something, this is a good energy because this is going to help you, first of all, figure it out pretty quickly. And second of all, it's going to help you be self-assertive to put yourself in the best position for you. So that's the moon. We do have some retrogrades and stuff to talk about. So the good news is on Sunday the 23rd, Mars is going to be going direct. It's been retrograde now for a couple months. It wasn't too bad when it was retrograde in Leo, but the energy did get really heavy when it came back into Cancer, where it is right now. We have some time while it's still in Cancer, while it's still in shadow. So while it is moving forward, we get a break from that energy. We do need to wait till it gets into Leo again before we can really start pushing forward. However, that's just with Mars. So we are going to be seeing some of our energy coming back, getting some more motivation. However, we don't have too much of that direct energy because then on Saturday the 1st, Venus is going retrograde. Venus retrograde is one of the ones that's harder. So Mars and Venus are the hardest retrogrades in my opinion. Mercury is hit or miss for people, but it happens so frequently and it's such a short time frame. Venus is going to be retrograde for a few months, and it's rough. It's not easy. It's a time that past issues tend to come back. One of the big things you'll probably hear me repeat over and over again is while Venus is in retrograde, do not text your ex. There's a reason they are your ex. Do not let them back in your life. The other thing with this Venus retrograde is it does tend to be a time for us to work out karmic issues in our relationships. And this is not even necessarily just our romantic relationships, but this is our partnerships. This is our coworkers. This is any type of relationship you have with another person. Venus retrograde is going to be working out those karmic issues. Last time we saw this was 2023 from July to September. So one of the good things that to do right now is to reflect back on your life during that time. What was going on? What big changes happened? What did you kind of work out and realize and discover about yourself? And is there a way to keep yourself from repeating those same mistakes? I just laughed there for a little bit because I just had a memory of what happened to me during that time. And mine was actually in working relationships. And I actually just realized that I had a chance of repeating that same mistake recently. So that I can already kind of tell you where my karmic issues are going to be worked on and what I'm going to be working through. Another thing is if you are familiar with your astrology, it's good to see in your natal chart where this is happening, because that can also give you some ideas of where you're going to be confronting your past and you're going to be working out karmic issues. If you're not familiar, feel free to reach out to me. We can do a Venus retrograde astrology reading. So that is the retrogrades. There's a couple more aspects to talk about this week. So the first one is Mercury trine Mars. That's happening on Sunday the 23rd. This gives us a lot of energy. This gives us the mental energy to deal with people, to get things done, to organize moving out of an apartment. Yes, Mom, that's one's for you. This energy is really good for staying busy. It's going to be so easy to stay busy. You won't really want to calm down or quiet down. And you're going to have increased concentration. So you're going to have more time to get things done because you're going to have that concentration, that motivation. You have the mental energy and capacity to get things done. Then on the 25th, so that's Tuesday, Mercury is going to be conjunct Saturn. That is just going to be a continuation of this energy. This is a time where we can get very serious work done. This is the time where you buckle down, pull up your chair to your desk, and this is the time you fill out paperwork. This is the time you get the hard projects done. We do have to watch out. We do have a tendency to think very negatively during this energy, so we do need to watch ourselves. Make sure that we're not having a lot of very negative self-talk. We're going to continue with that sustained concentration. So going from that Mercury trine Mars to that Mercury conjunct Saturn, Mercury is going to have us concentrating and have us working next week. It's going to be pretty easy to get stuff done. And then finally on the 27th, we have Mercury sextile Uranus. Again, we're having more positive Mercury energies. We're getting stuff done. But with Uranus being involved this time, it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more exciting. It's going to be more unexpected. This is the time where we're more likely to get exciting news, get good news. This is the time that discoveries are going to be made, both for ourselves, and we're going to probably see some pretty interesting stuff in the news during this as well. Psychic ability is very strong. We're coming out of that new moon in Pisces, which has that increased intuition, that increased sensitivity. And it's going to continue on to, and this is happening Thursday as well. So this is happening at the same time. So if you have a vision on Thursday, or if you have this random idea pop in your head, run with it, trust it. Trust your psychic abilities on Thursday. And it's going to be really easy to see things differently. So during this Mercury sextile Uranus, and again, this is Thursday the 27th. I don't think I said that when I introduced. I apologize. But Mercury sextile Uranus on the 27th, seeing things differently. If you have a problem that you are stuck on, or if there is something that you just haven't figured out, if there's some responsibilities that you haven't figured out how to fit those into your day or how to delegate those, this is the time to sit down and look at things from a different perspective. You will be able to get it done. You will be able to figure it out. Uranus is going to be helping Mercury through all this, but making it interesting in the process. So this week, it looks like we're going to get some stuff done. So let's do it. Thank you so much for watching the whole way through. If you want to support the videos, there's a few things you can do. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm sure you've heard people say those a million times. But the biggest thing you can do is come back next week. I'll see you then.